Mayor Mike Bruno of Winthrop Harbor. He's got some recognitions for Dad on his 100th, so I'm going to turn that over to him to hear what he's got to say.
Boy, it's quiet in here now. Ladies and gentlemen, family, friends, and honored guests, it is my great privilege and honor to stand before you today as we gather to celebrate a truly remarkable milestone, the 100th birthday of an extraordinary man, Robert Bob Arivett. Yeah! Bob has lived a century filled with dedication, service, and resilience. Qualities that not only define his character, but have also made a lasting impact on our community, our country, and all who have had the pleasure of knowing him. Bob's story is one of service and sacrifice. As a proud veteran of World War II, he answered the call to serve this country with unwavering courage. His bravery in combat earned him the Purple Heart, a recognition given only to those who have been wounded in service to our nation. Bob's selflessness and dedication to defending our freedoms are a testament to his strength, honor, and patriotism. Beyond his military service, Bob built a life rooted in hard work and community service. From what I hear, he's still doing a lot of hard work. Yeah. After moving to Illinois in 1947, he worked on the Glen Raven Dairy Farm with his brother Harold, embodying the strong work ethic that defined his generation. In 1950, he joined Davis Truck Service, a company that would grow to become a significant business in Zion. For over 35 years, Bob's dedication and commitment contributed to its success, and his legacy lives on in the work he did there. And of course, Bob is more than just his accomplishments. He is a beloved member of our community, a man who has lived in Zion and Winthrop Harbor for generations. He is a storyteller, a historian, and a friend to so many of us. To this day, he can recall every detail of his enlistment. From boarding a troop train in Indiana bound for California, a 2-week journey with no stops, where he smartly volunteered for kitchen duty to ensure he always had something to eat. That quick thinking and humor still defines him today. Bob, your 100 years of life are an inspiration to us all. You have witnessed history, shaped our community, and set an example of dedication, integrity, and resilience. It is with great pride that we honor you today. Thank you. I also have a proclamation. I'd like to read this, and I'll give it this to Bob. Honoring a proclamation from the village of Winthrop Harbor, honoring Robert Bob Arivett on the occasion of his 100th birthday. Whereas the village of Winthrop Harbor proudly recognizes and honors its residents who have reached extraordinary milestones in life. And today we celebrate the 100th birthday of a distinguished member of our community, Robert Bob Arivett. And whereas Robert Bob Arivett is a highly decorated World War II veteran and a recipient of the Purple Heart, a recognition of his courage and sacrifice in service to our nation. And whereas Bob honorably served his country, and received letters of appreciation from the military and federal government, including one personally signed by President Harry Truman in recognition of his dedication and valor. And whereas Bob vividly recalls his enlistment journey from the day he traveled to Indiana to board a troop train to California, a 2-week journey with no disembarking, during which he quickly volunteered for kitchen duty, knowing it was the best way to ensure he always had something to eat, a testament to his foresight and resourcefulness. And whereas after his honorable military service, Bob moved to Illinois in 1947, joining his brother Harold on the Glen Raven Dairy Farm, where he lived and worked until his dispersal. And whereas in July 1950 he transitioned to Davis Truck Service, a growing business that became a significant enterprise in Zion, where he worked with dedication, skill, and commitment for over 35 years until March 1985-1986. And whereas Bob has been a cornerstone of our community, having lived in Zion and Winthrop Harbor for generations, so long in fact that some of us would say long before we were born. And whereas his remarkable century of life is filled with resilience, wisdom, hard work, and a lasting impact on his family, friends, and the community. Now therefore, on this special day, Mayor Dr. Michael Bruno, on behalf of the Village of Winthrop Harbor, proudly recognizes Robert Bob Arivett on this historic milestone birthday and expresses the deepest appreciation for his service to our country and his invaluable contributions to our community. The 8th day of May, 2025.
Turn around. Yeah. There you go.
And I'd also like to say Congressman Brad Schneider, Senator Marietta Allen has also given him proclamations and recognition. Thank you.
Oh, Hank,
Yeah.
ask people when they get a chance to write a little wish.
So, yeah, if you could, when you have a chance, we have a signboard up here, so if you could come through, write a little something to them. Also, while you pass through, you might want to look on this table. A couple things going on are his medals, and then there's a operations report that I have open to the day of his battle in the skirmish where he was wounded. So the actual read right there speaks of the mortar rounds that he was being shelled by. It reads kind of interesting too, because they speak the way they spoke back then. And then and then the proclamations and stuff like that. So it's kind of neat to see some of this stuff, because this is genuine World War II vintage.
Right. He's a living
items.
piece of history.
Yeah. So yeah, if you could sign him something. Thank you. Yeah, so we're still going. Yeah, so-